I'm here in Singapore, where I've been lecturing on the future of marketing to executives from around the region. It's interesting, when I ask people to put up their hands if they find marketing messages in general irritating, quite a few do, and it doesn't matter what country I'm in. It might be the SMSs that people get to their phones, it could be an objection to the spam email, but it could just as easily be those TV ads which have the volume raised on them so high that you can hardly ignore them as you walk away to the kitchen to make a cup of tea during a commercial break. Quite frankly, this is an industry which those in it recognize is irritating to most customers, some of the time at least. This is an industry which needs reinvention. And when we look at the whole multi-channel environment, multitasking consumers, the fact that we have all this digital understanding of what our customers are doing, we are in a good place to completely change the kind of messaging we give to people and move away from mass market advertising, which is often irrelevant. We live in a world which is very noisy, and we need to move to a world which is much more personal. We live in a world where lots of marketing teams are obsessed with technology, and we need to move to a world where there's greater relevance. We live in a world which is full of media hype, and we need to move to a world which is full of truth. Actually, it's interesting that if you ask a group of marketing executives which they choose out of 3 messages on a web search for a hotel, and the first message is from, say, TripAdvisor, and it shows a comment like the most wonderful hotel in the world, and the second comment listed on the Google searches also from a social networking site like TripAdvisor and says the worst hotel in the world, don't stay here, we all died of food poisoning or nearly did. And then the third choice is you've got the official ad from the hotel, a paid listing on the right hand side, and you offer marketing teams one click. Which would they go to? Would they go to the comment that is about a wonderful hotel, a comment about a dreadful hotel, or the official marketing site? The answer is 95% of all marketing teams in every country I have ever polled will go straight to the story about the rats, cockroaches, dirty bedrooms and food poisoning, and they'll ignore the rest. Now what's fascinating about that is that if you hold a mirror up to what these marketing teams are saying, they're saying that they don't believe messages on websites anymore. And why should they? Since the rest of the population behaves in exactly the same way and clearly doesn't believe official websites either. Most people in most countries will trust the opinion of a perfect stranger on a site like TripAdvisor 100 times more than they will trust the official marketing spin and messages from the website of the corporation. Now, what's interesting about that is that if you probe more closely, most of the audience recognize that the wonderful comment on a place like TripAdvisor could have been written by a member of the staff. And the terrible comment could easily have been written by a competitor. But the fact is that the pull of social networking sites of these comments by these anonymous people, these perfect strangers, is very powerful and seductive. So what it means is a complete rethink about what kind of messages we put out, because the age of hype and spin is over. The age of revelation, validation and information is here. There is no point whatsoever in advertising your brand on TV, in the newspapers, on the radio, if all it does is drive more people to type the name of your brand into Google, and the first thing they see on the listings is some comment about the brand which is negative from someone on a social networking site. All you will do is amplify those negative messages with your positive publicity. What it means is we are in an age which requires perfect consistency between the messages which you display about your organization in your own marketing and your selling and the communications that your own customers are providing to the wider community. So the implication is it's the end of marketing, traditional marketing. It's the end of selling. After all, the idea of marketing was to put a good gloss on what you have and promote it as widely as you can. Sell as hard as you can. But in today's world, marketing and selling are skills which need to be transformed into information and revelation, accompanying people on their journey of life to find things which are appropriate for them, which they will think are excellent value, which will offer them outstanding experiences for the cost that they're paying, that will precisely meet their needs, and what is more, will be consistent with the previous experiences of other users who've tried these products and services. So we move from hype to truth. It's profound, it's unchanging, it's just something we have to get hold of. And we also need to move from invasive to insight. Invasive advertising means interrupting the flow. It means shattering the peace in your home when you were listening to a quiet program about classical music, and suddenly, bam, 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 the volume level is raised, and then the advertising break, you are being blasted throughout your home by a promotion for beer, whatever it is. This is invasive. It's just as invasive as the telephone calls which are selling out. Hello, Dr. Dixon. Have you got a moment? The answer is no, I haven't. Did you know that I was prepared to receive a call? No. Did I ask for this call? No. So why are you calling me now? Another key issue is moving from a multi-channel marketing to multitasking insight. The two are very different. Multi-channel marketing is command and control. We will go out on every platform at all times. We will make sure that when the TV ad is running, that the website fits with it. We will make sure that the SMS triggers people watching the TV program at the same time as our new sales campaign, and so on. This is, again, last century abuse of third millennial technology. What we need to do is to understand that these multi-channel consumers are in many of these channels at once. They probably don't want you in any of them right now, unless they're actually thinking about that particular thing, searching for it, engaging with it, or their interest has perhaps been stimulated by a program that they're watching, a web search or whatever. And they're on a journey, and then you come alongside them in that journey to take them on. So the multitasking consumer is just as likely, as I saw this week, to be watching TV in the 30 seconds going up the escalator, and the moment they're at the top, they're then checking the barcodes of products in the store and matching it with the information on the store itself as regarding price and what they can get online, and then they're taking a call at the same time they're carrying an iPad. This is a multi-dimensional environment. This is a world where people are watching TV and surfing the web at the same time, where they are transmitting information from YouTube to Facebook, where the Facebook is triggering a tweet, where the Twitter links are driving traffic to their own photographs, and all the time they're watching a program about holidays in Madrid. And then there's the issue of control versus guide. The old traditional marketing director wants to control the thoughts of his customers and wants to direct them at a particular point in time to a particular action. At 6 p.m. tonight, I wish 500,000 people to phone my phone number and inquire about my insurance product. Well, quite frankly, that kind of model is going to become more difficult to use and more expensive, and is going to alienate more consumers. What we need to do is be ready, so that as that customer is considering insurance, we know that we're inside their head at that moment and we're able to present to them what they like. So, from noise, techno, hype, invasive, multi-channel, control-based marketing to personal, relevant, truthful, insightful, multitasking guide to life. And that's a very different kind of future.